This is so critical for Jamaica to be able to fully become a digital society. And not a digital society where there is a digital divide, where only some people can participate and others can't. In our system of governance in our country, we want people to participate because they see the value in participation. They see the benefit, and then it becomes a duty that is not enforced, but a duty that people see that they should fulfill because it is good for the society and it is good for themselves. So this system that we are speaking about, our national identification system, is built on it being a utility, meaning that it is a service that has value for people.
The difference between physical IDs and digital IDs is that there are multiple different types of physical IDs, each with their own issuing institution or authority. With a digital ID, your national ID card, your health card, your driver's license, your passport, and even your bank card are all rolled into one. While digital ID systems are only just starting to be rolled out, the research and development so far suggests that your digital ID will be connected to absolutely everything. It'll be linked to the assets you own, it'll be integrated into voting systems, and it could even be required to access the internet. Now, advocates of digital ID insist that these systems will make everything more efficient, more inclusive, and of course, much safer. However, it should be clear by now that digital ID systems have the power to become more evil than anything any religious text could have possibly predicted. Besides making changes to your actual digital ID, the government or private company would have the power to prevent you from purchasing goods or accessing services, including all of those I just mentioned. In short, a digital ID system would be one of total top-down control with no escape. And it's a system that every single country will be rolling out.
I do not see this being spoken about enough. Vietnam closed another 86 million bank accounts a week after Thailand froze 3 million bank accounts. And you guys want to know the whole reason why they're doing this to people? It's because people aren't trying to comply with this whole digital ID thing. Basically, they're trying to digitize everything. They're trying to digitize your identity. They're trying to automate and digitize the jobs and the workforce. They're also trying to automate and digitize the financial industry. And it's happening in Thailand, bro. Like, this isn't just some Western concept. You often see people talk about, like, is the end times only happening in America? No, they do it in these other countries where media isn't that popular because they can get away with it much better. People will go along with it. It's easier for them to manipulate when all the eyes aren't on said topic. And it's coming here. Yeah, it is.
There will be no more cash. Cash will crash.
You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon, this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. And you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
Viewer subscribers, Barbados Prime Minister Mottley exposed Andrew Holness as a big puppet in front of the whole world. Now, the whole world by now supposed to know, say, Andrew Holness is nothing but a puppet. One that love money very much. And you know, say, when you love money, the bigger heads them take you and use you as a weapon against your own people. So Barbados Prime Minister Mottley show up Andrew Holness and show him how to stand up firm like a man and don't behave like say something else they between him foot and he is not a man. Now as a woman, me can't believe say Mottley stand up like that. Well, she always stand up and she always stand up for her people. She always stand up for righteousness. But with Andrew Holness is such a puppet. Once it involve money, him ready to sell out him people him. So Barbados Prime Minister Mottley show Andrew Holness him need to have little balls. Yes man, him need fi have a little balls, get a grip of himself, and stop behave like a puppet. But people, Kevin Smith did a warn, a very long time about Andrew Holness and his plans that he had for the Jamaican people. But a lot of you are saying, oh no, now listen to Kevin Smith because he is a devil. But at the same time, unwilling to listen to Andrew Holness, which is the father devil. Unwilling to listen to words that come from Andrew Holness' mouth. And Andrew Holness is one of the biggest devil. One of the biggest traitor to his people. One of the biggest sellout. Unwilling to listen to him. And if a lot of you didn't listen to Kevin Smith, wouldn't give Andrew Holness a third term. Because him don't tell you say all of this a come. Remember say Mark Golding bring Andrew Holness to court. Make Jamaica no fully digitalized already, remember say Mark Golding stop it, Remember say at the court say it is unconstitutional, because he want deep in a people private life too deep. Remember when Kevin Smith telling people, even the water will run in your pipe. If you don't have a digital ID, you not can get water pipe. Remember say if you don't have a digital ID, you not can get light. Why you think JPS can stay from their office and lock off the light in your house? People, bitter days are ahead of us. I'm going to tell you this. When you see Andrew Holness have the police force, they intimidate the Jamaican people. You hear what the commissioner of police say? You can't tell them how to do their work. And human rights. And nobody can tell them how to do their work. Then do their work how they want to do their work. People, let me tell you this, man. Very, very soon, just like how they did have us in the pandemic, people, that is how they're going to deal with us. But people, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. Blessed morning to my viewers and my subscribers them. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful morning. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray, because a prayer a day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. And remember, like up the video, share up the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make we run the intro and come back. We soon forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Now people, before we go to me and Mottley, I stand up like a man and I show Andrew Holness how to stand up like a man, and him need to get some balls. Make we talk a little bit about the digital ID, because one thing with me, for the past few years, me I try to educate the people of what is coming, what to expect. But a lot of people maybe feel like I said when I say the digital ID system come, it's just a joke thing. A lot of Christians feel like I said when I say the digital ID come, Them are going to sit down in them house comfortable and them go can go to church comfortable and all of that. Over Africa right now, a pure things are going on in people. In a most of the country them, a pure things are going on in a Christian afraid for even push out their head, you know. Christian after run go bush go hide, you know. Christian after run go bush go hide. Me tell you now what coming up, people. Things are gonna get dark, you know. I want to know that, you know. But listen to me now. Without this digital ID, the beast, right? How are you going to support yourself? Because you can't work, you can't buy, you can't sell, just as the Bible tells you. You can't go hospital, you can't go clinic, you can't go nowhere at all. It's like your life done completely. They are forcing you to get this digital ID. And it is not a if nor but nor maybe. The only way out is if you say that you choose Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and you are wait upon Jesus Christ, you are wait upon Father God to come and rescue you, because you not get caught up in a them demonic system. I know a lot of people are prepared to take it. Whole heap of people ready and waiting to take it. But I can say this, I will not be one of them. Me I go say this again, and for years me I say this. I rather die with my soul righteous. I rather die for God than die for the devil. Whether a man want to hear that or not. Because guess what? Dirty soul can't go heaven. Your soul have to clean. Your soul have to clean. Dirty soul cannot go to heaven. And when you sell out yourself to the devil, there is no way, no time at all, God will go accept you in a kingdom. You should have wall out. But people, listen to what Kevin Smith did say. Me play this already, but I'm going to play it again. Because, as me say, I love to educate my people about what to expect. Me sorry, me can't say things more plain up on the YouTube channel. Me have here talking of parables. So, check it out, people.
There will be no more cash. Cash will crash.
You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon, this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. And you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
You see all those people who are working at the airport now that think people need them, you will be replaced. There will be no need for you to be there.
Knowing how to look at the camera.
I know this is really intense. You did not follow the signs, and therefore you missed the 7 year of prosperity. When the government of Jamaica told you prosperity, 4 years, it was true, but now that time of prosperity comes to an end September the 22nd, and the time of famine and hardship like this world has never known or seen before in the history of humankind. This is what's happening. When people start to see the dead bodies that are piling up, they're going to start to retaliate, and they have now, the lockdown is put in place, so you're locked into an area and you cannot leave that area.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force JCF is exploring the potential of humanoid robots to assist with administrative tasks. Liz, a robot donated to the University of Technology, Jamaica, has been programmed and tested for various applications. The idea is to have Liz handle mundane tasks such as document certification, freeing up police officers for other duties. Liz has facial recognition capabilities and can be programmed for different functions. The JCF sees the use of robots as part of its vision for modern, custom-oriented police stations.
So this little this game that you think you're playing, that you'll be able to go in downtown or you go up to Kingston as you have a feel, it is not going to happen. They're going to ban you from traveling and moving and everything else until they have taken away all your liberties. If you don't wake up right now and understand. Imagine now there's no more JPS and no more NWC. And in order for you to get water and food, you have to go and show the mark. They're going to be controlling the water supply and the light. Are you hearing me?
I'm happy to report that in the upcoming financial year, the government will make available 10,000 polyethylene water tanks to needs-assessed households across Jamaica, starting with a focus on the areas most affected by the drought.
Kingston would reach climate departure when its coolest year's average temperature surpasses the average temperature of its hottest year between 1960 and 2005. Johnson Smith emphasized the urgency of staying within the Paris Agreement target of 1.5 degrees Celsius and highlighted Kingston's potential status as the second city worldwide to face this phenomenon.
Households on path, households recommended by MPs and assessed by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation will qualify for the tanks according to the rules of the program. All the tanks issued will be placed on our national GIS database. This will be a 5-year program with the objective that every water vulnerable household must have storage and rainwater capabilities to withstand drought and water service disruption. Drought
and water service disruption.
So, Madam Speaker,
those of you sitting down saying you will wait and see, may I tell you, so you will see it with your eye, but you shall not eat thereof. You will, at the time then you think you will see to eat of it, you will die. You will die. You will die.
Wake up, Jamaica, and be prepared. No need to wake up and be prepared. No caught up in a too much mix up. No not try to caught up in the right thing. Because if ono did caught up in the right thing, for the past couple of years, Andrew Holness have been preparing for this. Why do you think the head of electoral office, the head of the electoral office, the head of the registration office, run by Israelian? It run by Israelian people. Not Jamaican, not American, not English, not British, but Israelian. Uno don't even know who are the head of the electoral office, who are the head of the registration office. Uno don't even know that. Uno go do no deep research and find out that the people who are head of those offices are from Israel, not Jamaica. Even the other day when the election run and Messiah beat the black man bad, him not have nothing at all to do with nothing what happen in the election. He's just a puppet. He's just a face card. A people from Israel. People from Israel control everything, people. I want you to know that. So everything already are put in place. That is one of the reasons why Andrew Holness could be able to tell you, say, him know where every single one of you that are using a cellular phone, a computer, or a smart TV there.
in the coming weeks and days, I'll be making certain announcements regarding the acceleration of Jamaica's intention to become a fully digital society. We are well on our way to this. We have established the national identification system. We have put in place our digital currency.
All right, people. So now hear what Andrew Holness just said a while ago. them a go fully digital, right? On a year what I'm say about the digital currency, they already put in place digital currency. Them already have that in place already. Them already have it in place. It's not a if nor but nor maybe. The digital currency is already in place. Now, if you not obey them, like them are your master, you're not gonna have no access to your own cash. Your own cash, you're not gonna have no access to. Them are gonna tell you which parish you can go from, which parish you cannot go. When fi move, from when fi no move. When fi travel, from when not to travel. How much time you can leave your yard per week. Alright, check that video, people.
Sorry, but I'm afraid you've already eaten an ounce of beef this week. Your Brit card says no. Sorry, sir, but your Brit card has informed us that you have already flown twice this year. You cannot fly anymore.
I've just logged in with my Brit card and it's saying I've already had 4 hours of internet today and it's locked me out.
So even the amount of time that you spent on the internet, them are going to limit. Even the amount of time that you spent on the internet, them are going to limit. Because if you don't have your digital ID, you won't be able to use the internet. So all of those people when me see a jump up and down on TikTok and behave like a hooligan while not doing any research to realize what really are going on with country, what really are going on about over the world. Time I go catch up on them. Just like in the pandemic, time catch up on them and then enough of them run go take a joke. Because them never did educate themselves about what is coming. Me so glad me did educate myself so I could be able to tell my viewers and my subscribers and people on social media and all about not to take the joke because it is poisonous. But a lot of people say me chat too much and still run go take it. But people, that different than that we are talking about. Just be prepared for this digital ID system that is coming. And for the Christian them that are so silent, remember, it a go eat no harder than anybody else. Because remember, who know if you go bow down to the devil. So remember.
We have given directions to our ministries to digitalize their operations. Most of our ministries are now moving from paper-based systems to digital systems. Our military is transitioning. The society is moving very quickly, very rapidly to become digital. Our banking consumers are seeing it as well because the banks are moving very rapidly to digital. You have something now called artificial intelligence. Very soon, this position of a human being exchanging cash and so on, that is going to disappear from the banking system very soon. And you are going to have to interface with machines. I don't want it to be a scary thought, but it is a thought that we all have to embrace.
It's a thought that we all have to embrace. Real puppet that. Living puppet. And everything where we see other country do, we have run up and down and do. But for my fellow Jamaican that live near to farmland, that live near to the hills, all I can say to you all, start farming. If you no used to dig up land, if you no used to plant yam and banana and then breadfruit and then sitting there, you start farm. Start dig down the land them. Start plow up the land. Start farm. Because I tell you this, later on from now, you're not going to need it. Later on, from now, uno are gonna need it. We are going straight back to slavery, where these people take us and use us the way how they want to use us. Like a robot. Tell us when to move, when to eat, when to drink, what you can eat per week. This, that. How much pound of rice you can buy, and how much pound of flour you can buy. That is where it is heading to. How much money you can spend. Them a limit your spending, people. Just be prepared. As I said, I have always come here and try to educate each and every one about what to expect, what is coming, just like I did before. So people, who no want hear, them not fi hear. Them say who no hear, must feel. Who have ears, make them hear, and who have eye, make them see. For the Christian them, on the need, if you go down on the knee and start fast and pray. Pray for the nation. But people, I have a next video to play. And that is the video with Barbados Prime Minister Mottley, a show Andrew Holness, and all of the puppet them out there. How to stand up on their feet like a man. How to have a little balls. How not to crawl on their knees. Like a puppet. When you hear Mottley talk, people, you're going to say, wow, other woman here we shouldn't have for a prime minister. She talk solid. She talk firm. She not talk with her mouth or ground. So people, I want to listen to her very carefully. And remember to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet, and turn on the post notification bell for new content. Alright? Remember people, fast and pray because we need it.
And of course, I don't need to remind you that it must not ignore the horror in Gaza. The genocidal destruction taking place in both places must now have our full attention. And as it relates to Gaza, yes, there must be a release of the hostages taken on October 7th. But we have now gone to a point where all of our human sensibilities are offended by the continuous and disproportionate attacks on the Palestinian people and the failure to allow access by the international community to the survivors for the provision of humanitarian aid. The survivors are entitled, my friends, to use the words of Bob Marley. How can you be sitting there telling me that you care, when every time I look around, the people suffer in the suffering in every way, in everywhere? My friends, it calls to mind the Roman historian Tacitus, who quoted a Scottish chieftain fighting against the military might of the Roman Empire. And I mention only the last two sentences. They plunder, they butcher, they ravish, they make it desert and call it peace. They make it desert and they call it peace. The real tragedy of war is that these children, when they become grandparents, will still be answering the innocent questions posed by their grandchildren 70, 80 years from now as to how they lost their limbs. Granny, how did you lose your leg? And when they answer, we run the risk that the violence and hate will be perpetuated for another 2 to 3 generations. This is not why we have come together. This is not good. And Madam President, it is happening under our watch. We can and we must do better to secure the peace across the world in the name of the children. And let me say that at the very least, the international community must immediately find the funding to support the children of Gaza and the children of Sudan for the next 3 months. UNICEF has said that in Gaza it is $66 million that is needed for the next 3 months. And in Sudan it is $200 million. The money is mostly nutrition related, to reverse or to mitigate famine for children, and to provide water and sanitation and health interventions. And we should note that there have been multiple disease outbreaks, including cholera. So, Madam President, to be very clear as I move on, a lasting peace can never be achieved through violence, not continued bombing. It can only be achieved through justice as our guide and dialogue, talking. Unless we forget, where others are seeking to build the peace and to preserve humanity in Gaza, as we saw, the international community must not condone the bombing of those states who look to facilitate peace. It is a red line that we must never cross. Madam President, I say simply again, another year, the world needs a reset. We must find, first and foremost, whether we still agree on the same values that inform our charter. As simple as this seems, this is necessary in any reset, for values we all know have changed over the last 80 years, and we cannot assume that it is business as usual. And if it is not available to all of us to agree to those values, then we must at least know who does and who doesn't. In addition to our inability to bring about peace in multiple conflicts, there really still are a number of issues that threaten our way of life and the stability of our planet beyond war. The climate crisis, food insecurity, water scarcity, mass flow of refugees and displaced persons, poverty and increasing inequality within and between societies. It has become so insidious that people don't even talk about it sufficiently. And of course, the failing spectacle of the SDGs for too many of our countries and people across the world. And of course, unregulated AI, which, while it has tremendous promise, poses unregulated significant risk. Many of our people ask every day, why has the United Nations not done better recently? The simple truth, my friends, is that countries have lacked the political will to live by the Charter and to do what is right for humanity. Countries of different sizes, capacities, and cultures can only survive in this world in which we live if we maintain a rules-based system. It is no different to what we have to do in our own countries to maintain and protect the vulnerable and the weak. In fact, it's no different than what has to be done in a child's playground. The rules-based system is what protects us from bullying and from rogue behavior. Our charter was designed to promote compassion, equality, fairness. And this is why it is imperative that we maintain a rules-based system. I speak as a leader of a small country. Our future is placed at risk unless we preserve this rules-based system. The law of the jungle does not guarantee any of us a future on a livable, or indeed doesn't guarantee us a livable planet. We have simply to step up to the plate. And unlike the West Indian Federation, when one country left and the maths of the day was 1 from 10 leaves 0, we must remember that if there are those who don't want to be inside at the dance, that 1 or 2 or 3 from 190